Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Not gonna lie, this is getting quite annoying now. Hopefully this has worked. That just crashed on me for no real reason. So, yeah, if this keeps happening, guys, I am just gonna have to give up tonight. But we'll try it. Can you guys hear me alright? Okay. So looking at this one, it's weird, it keeps doing the camera thing. It doesn't like me putting books in front of it. Okay, I don't know what is going on with my tech. We're just gonna have to go on with it. So here it is anyway, this is the book I'll be using. It's doing it again, it doesn't like it. Why don't you like it? Weird, that's really weird. Okay, I guess I won't use these books at all. Oh my goodness. Put that down there for now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like, yeah. That's really weird. Did it again. Okay, I guess I will just. Oh, look at it over here. How interesting for you all. It's just gonna have to be how it is. It's a real shame. I'd love to show you the book, but you're not allowed to look at it apparently. I think for the sake of ease, again, because I would like to look at a reference, but I think for the sake of ease, I'm just gonna have to go with the first film. Sorry, Amanda. That was. Oh boy, that was quite an ordeal. I'm just gonna use my phone. That's all I can do apparently. So let me look at. Oh, she's got longer hair in the. No, I'm gonna go for this one. So, I'm gonna go for this one here. Luckily, apparently my camera's okay with the phone being on it. That's really weird. I don't know why. It's so strange. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Sorry about these technical issues. think that'll do. Let's get inking this. Oh, she's got a little piercing, hasn't she? Oh, it's so nice. Trying to see, it's very small. There we go. You still okay? All good, guys? Yeah, I don't know. I'm having those tech issues. It's making me paranoid to see whether the signal is not signal, but that my internet is struggling or something. I have no idea. Great suggestion, Amanda, by the way. I haven't drawn Spider-Gwen in a long time. And I certainly never drew her without her mask on. Whoops. Do, 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 do. The thing I'm going to struggle a bit with is the black area in a costume. Give me a second, guys. I don't think I've got my ink out. 1 second. See, it's quite... So doing these streams is quite awkward with the setup, you see. So I have to remove the drawers out of my desk so I can have the camera here and my mic all sort of connected to my desk. It's like a sort of one of those table grip things. It's frustrating. There's a lot of things like when my partner and I have moved, there's absolutely going to be a lot of change with my work setup because this becomes a bit of a chore, you know. Sorry guys, just making sure the stream's okay. Oh god, sorry. I am. Sorry. If anyone is still watching on YouTube, I am so sorry. I've only seen that you've got the jizz on there. I'm so sorry. My OBS has been a lot of OBS issues. And now apparently according to on Twitch I have issues. So oh yeah, my oh, wait, my mic. Okay. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix this. Put the chat there. OBS is really not playing forward. I don't know what's going on. hear me all right and stuff? Hi, hello, Ollie. I made this. How are you doing? Right. Yes, it is Spider. Yes. From the first Spider-Verse film, Spider-Verse. Hello, De Kaiser. How are you? Yeah. I'm not good, and I hope I'm good. How are you? Sorry, I've been actually looking at your the chat, guys. I'm having so many issues with all this stuff. I sound crackly. Okay. Second. Not just you, Amanda. Ollie over on YouTube has said the same thing. Give me one side. I'll try and see if I can fix it. I am having so many issues today. Give me one moment. How about now? Is that better? Just let me know, guys. If that sounds any better, let me know. Yeah? Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, sorry about all the technical issues today, guys. It is, trust me, it's very frustrating. It's very annoying. But hopefully that'll be it for now. Hey Joe. Were you trying to be funny? Yeah, it's Spider-Gwen. We've specifically gone for the one from Into the Spider-Verse, not Gwen in Across the Spider-Verse. Because I kind of know that costume relatively well. And I don't know if you were here for that part, but the weirdly enough, the stream kept freaking out whenever I showed the art book I had. It was very weird. And so I just decided to go for one that I can see that I can, remember the costume relatively well. Because I realise it's like 8:20 and I've only done this one because of all the technical issues I've been having. So after this, guys, I'm going to draw Ramona Flowers. Does anyone have any other movie characters that they would like to see me draw? You know, rule of 3. I like to try and do 3 on a stream. So if anyone's got a third movie character, that would be Ace. Ollie over on YouTube. I have a love-hate relationship with Scott Pilgrim. Like, I really do. It's hard because I love the evil exes. I love that concept. I think it's fun. I just think, and I know that's the whole point, but I feel Scott Pilgrim is a bit of a douche, and so is Ramona. I think they're douches, and it kind of made me, for a while, I struggled with it. But then when I understood that was the whole point, it kind of made me, I understood it better. I was like, oh, okay, cool, But and I really liked. I don't know if anyone saw the Netflix show. I thought the Netflix show was brilliant. I loved what they did with that, and the animation's great and everything, fantastic. Peter Venkman's a good shout. I've never drawn Ghostbusters ever. I don't even think when I was a kid I drew Ghostbusters. So yeah, I can draw a Venkman. If anyone's not got any other options, I'll go for a Venkman. So I'll do Ramona first, obviously, because I said I would. So I'll do this, then Ramona, then I'll do Venkman. So everybody cool with that? Oh, sorry, Billy Blade Malcolm. Hello, mate. Dr. Goodwin Baxter from Poor Things. I've never seen Poor Things. Never seen it. Poor Things. Oh, was that the new film that came out, the one with Emma Stone? Or is that something else? Or was that wait, I don't know what Poor Things is. I'm sorry. Character arc. Yeah, I know that, Ollie. It's just that when you get like people who didn't understand the film either, and it was just people who were like, oh yeah, I'm just like Scott Pilgrim, and I found it very infuriating for when I was, because that was out when I was in college or something. Just a lot of people who didn't understand that was what it's like. People who really like Rorschach. Do you know what I mean? Not to alienate anyone, but people who love Rorschach and are missing the whole point of that character. The people on the Twitch chat also say, Joe just said Poor Things is pretty new. Oh, and okay, Billy Blade Malcolm is the person from Poor Things. Is that the character that Willem Dafoe plays by any chance? I've never seen the movie. It is Willem Dafoe's character. Okay. But yeah, I think I said Venkman though. Okay, I'll see what I can do, guys. I'll see what I can do. Let's finish this, and we'll see what we can do. I'm afraid Venkman did come before the Dr. Goodwin Baxter. Although that is a really good suggestion, man. I do appreciate that, because it's just great to be drawing a variety of characters. I really like that. But I don't know if I'm gonna have the time. Joe over on Twitch, was Rorschach was your edgy teen guilt trip? Is that true? I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend when I say that. It's just that it's like, Rorschach is meant to be like a nutcase, right? And there's a sort of there's a lot of problematic characters in Watchmen. I mean, that's the point. Again, that's the whole. Speaking of Scott Pilgrim, and this Watchmen's whole point is they're supposed to be nutters, right? So I've also noticed it being a trend lately to sort of poo-poo Watchmen a little bit. I don't like that. I think Watchmen's brilliant. I don't like it when people are doing that. I think it's because it's been like, don't get me wrong, there are some great graphic novels out there, but I think there's also a lot of people that are like, yeah, but that one's old and it's been done and we don't need to keep, banging on about how good this book is. And I was like, no, I disagree. I think it's a really good book, even after this many years. I think even Alan Moore has said, I think even Alan Moore has said we should stop talking about Watchmen, and I'm like, Alan, why? It's a good book. You, Dave Gibbons, and the other guy whose name I've forgotten, the inker, you did a great job. No, let's talk about it forever. It's a brilliant book. I was thinking of rereading it the other day, and I was like, oh, maybe. Oh yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, that thing isn't. Sorry, I should really read the comments out so you understand what I'm saying. Sorry, guys, I'm still learning. Ollie, I made this, said, like, watch any 70s film full of flawed protagonists. Yeah, right. But I think what I'm saying is, and again, I did it with Scott Pilgrim. There's a lot of people out there that see movies and just think, oh yeah, no, they're wicked, and then that's it. And not actually delving into those characters and what they mean and why they're the way they are. Like Scarface. Or Dirty Harry, or all these other characters. Hello, Patrick. Welcome to the stream. You doing alright? I'm trying to play catch up because I've had technical issues up the wazoo. Whew. We may have had so many technical issues today, guys, but I finally finished Gwen. There we go. Sorry about all that. Hello, Brandon. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. This is like your first time, isn't it? Sorry, Patrick. I'm just looking at your comments now on Twitch. Yeah, another film stream. Yes. I'm kind of full on my character requests. I've got Gwen here. God, it's getting dark in this room as well. So I've just noticed on the screen what it's looking like. So I've done Gwen, and there you go. That's better. You can probably see my lovely face a bit clearer now, and hopefully the drawing, maybe. God, I need to get better lighting in this room. Right, so yeah, another film stream. I've done Gwen. I'm about to draw Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim, and then I'm going to draw Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, Amanda, there's the Gwen. Hope that's good. Let's draw Ramona Flowers. It might be just so I can keep this going faster. Oh god, I just banged myself on the mic. I'm probably just going to do like a bust. So just the head and shoulders type thing. Just so then we can move on to Venkman. Because I realise it's now 8:30. Hope that's okay. Is that okay, Ro? She's got quite a lot of detail in the face and stuff anyway. Like, because she's got the goggles and stuff as well. So if I'm thinking it's something like that, then okay, right. I'm just gonna look up Ramona Flowers. Just gonna try and get some light there, guys. Don't know if that's much better or not. See if there's anything I missed. Okay. There we go. I think we can start inking that. That was relatively quick. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Just under, what, just over 10 minutes, I think. Sorry, everybody. Oh, my partner had just come home, so I was just letting her in. Right. God, I'm having real light issues. Sorry about that. It's a video game character, but do you think you're capable of drawing the protagonist from Animal Well? That was from Joe on Twitch. Put that in your pocket. Save that for another stream, mate. It sounds like I'm like, no! No, I don't mean that. I mean, I would gladly do it, but not tonight because I've got a bunch of other like film characters that I'm working through. So I'm drawing that today specifically. But yes, I'd be more than happy to. I have to look up what the character is because I don't know what Animal Well is. But I'll look it up. You know me. I'm up for drawing most things. Where are all my pens gone? It's getting very... I've been putting them in here. Okay. You think I should look it up? Is this going to be some sort of joke or something? Is that the... Hang on. Let me have a look. Animal well. I'll look it up right now. I don't think I'll be drawing it tonight. It's kangaroos. What's the character I'm looking for again? From Animal Well. What is the protagonist from Animal Well? I actually can't work this out. Is it the kangaroo? Is it a cat? Is it this weird... What is the protagonist? Is it a cat? I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell from the screenshots I'm looking. Sorry, Joe. And, yeah, Patrick, they're supposed to be, every Monday at 7:30 p.m. is kind of what I'm going for. In some cases, I might not be able to always make... Oh, my God. Oh, this has got some ink. God, hang on a sec. I'm also going to get some tissue for this ink. There's some ink that's just gone on this, on my drawing board. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about the stopping and starting. Okay. That'll do. I think that's most of the issue. Yeah, it was just getting really messy. Sorry, let's have a look at the chat. What's people saying? Have you ever done... Patrick's asking, have you ever done digital drawings on streams? I have. I haven't done many. I did one for... I think I've done 3 of these on these weekly streams. I've done 3 which were digital. I did one for when I was doing a drawing for a Godzilla -1. I did one for when I was working on a pin-up drawing for a graphic novel very recently, for someone else's graphic novel. And I did one near Christmas because I did a Warrior Klaus image for Christmas, so I did that as well. I want to do more, and especially since I want to do ones that involve more to do with projects and stuff, and my projects tend to be done digitally. So I will be doing. I was actually thinking of doing one next week, but it depends. I've got I'm actually So for my friend, they commissioned me. Kind of commissioned me. It was more like they demanded, but they want for their wedding, they want a comic of their them basically the couple. And we've been talking about what we're going to do and stuff, and we've decided to go for the story of the proposal. So we're doing that. And I'm drawing that. However, I'm running out of time. So what I'm thinking of doing, based on how my week's going to be, it might be a case that I might actually do some of that in front of you guys. So that might be how it goes. So you might start seeing some digital stuff for a bit. I might have to stop doing this stuff for a while, because I might need those Monday evenings to, you know, crack on and get it done. But you can still join me on that, basically. I just won't be taking any suggestions, of course, because I'll know what I'm doing. What are you going to say? Yeah, Ro, I think thank you. That's nice. I was very. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit not up for doing it at first, because it's, you know, I'm obviously not getting paid to do it and stuff like that. And not that it's about that, but it is about that as well. Doing comics is really hard. So to do it for free, you have to have some sort of reason for doing it for free, you know. And I don't. My friend just sort of went, "Oh yeah, you're gonna do that, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know if I should just do that. I'm not getting paid to do it or anything." But he was seeing it more as a wedding gift. And once we started talking about how we're going to do it, what we are going to do it about, which is the proposal story and stuff, I was more on board. Once the sort of it sort of took shape what we were going to do, I was like, no, I think this will be great. I think this will be great, and I can sort of use it as a portfolio piece, at the very least. And it's a bit different, so yeah, I'm happy to do it. But I was being a bit of a sourpuss about it at first. Honestly, Ro, I would have preferred to have done it for money. It's really bad. I know. I don't mean to be like that, but you know, we've all got to live. We've got to eat and stuff, and you know, comics are really a full-time job, regardless of whether you have another full-time job. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you've really got to do it because you want to do it, and so. Oh my god, my light keeps going off. I think it's okay. I can live with that. As long as you guys can see, all right. Pretty happy with how this is coming out as well, which is good. Yeah, you guys might see more of that wedding gift comic strip. If I'm running out of time, I'm gonna have to do it on the stream or something, because I still want to keep these going with these streams, unless I'm ill or something. But if it's a Monday, I will do my due diligence. I can't even say that, to be here at 7:30 p.m. or close enough to actually doing it. Tell you what though, I really want to do. I will at some point. I want to do themed streams, so I'll get you your suggestions. But I want to do some cool. I've got some ideas basically, and I really want to start doing them. But I just got to find the time to get it all set up and ready to go. Is it just that, or does she do it on the tips as well? Hang on. You look her up. Probably a bit on there as well. Like that, isn't it? That'll do. Right, I'll quickly shade Ramona, and then I think we're done. Then it's on to Venkman. Oh, and thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I think the Ramona's come out alright, considering I probably drew her back when the film was out once. I think that'll do. Quick Ramona, which isn't that quick now. It's 9 o'clock. Jeez. Right, I'm gonna have to quickly do a Venkman. But yeah, there's a Ramona. So here we go. A quick Peter Venkman. Might be the same situation where I might have to oh, it might be too yellow now. Oh, that light is too yellow. Hang on. Okay. It's getting dark now. Right. Yeah, Bill Murray has an odd-shaped head, so I'm going to try my best. I do always try and just get the essence of people as opposed to their actual likeness, which sounds like a really bad excuse to just not be able to draw them, but as long as it kind of looks like... So basically, have any of you read the recent, I suppose not recent anymore, but the Marvel Star Wars comics that came out when Disney acquired the license? I remember the first 5 or 6 issues were drawn by oh god, I can't remember who drew it. John Cassidy. And he was so focused on trying to get the likenesses of the actors that I think it was poor because of it. I think the art, like, you looked at, I don't know, a picture of Mark Hamill and a picture of Harrison Ford doing something. It didn't look right. It did not look right at all. However, after 6 issues, John Cassidy left and Stuart Immonen took over. Now, I prefer Immonen as an artist anyway, but that's no diss to John Cassidy. I think John Cassidy's a really good artist. It's just that he's not like he's trying to... Cassidy tried so hard to imitate basically photographs, and they look like just... That's so awful to say, badly drawn photographs. It just didn't work. But Stuart Immonen came in and just took essences of those actors, and you had Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. You didn't have someone trying to draw Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford. You had someone drawing Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, and they were doing awesome stuff. I'm biased though, because Stuart Immonen is one of my favourite artists anyway, but like I felt like, I was like, oh yeah, it doesn't look exactly like Mark Hamill, but it looks enough like him. Like, I know that's Luke Skywalker, and I think that's what I'm going to try and do here, is make it so you're like, oh, that's Venkman. You don't need to be like, oh, that's Bill Murray. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm saying. Especially, as Ollie just said on Twitch, he's got an odd-shaped head, and I haven't got long. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, maybe I'll draw a picture and it looks exactly like him. I doubt it, but... You know, I did it with recently with the last stream where Joe over on Twitch, he suggested the man with no name, Clint Eastwood. Doesn't look like Clint Eastwood exactly. It's good enough. Hang on, but you should look at that and go, oh, yeah, it's the man with no name, and that's good enough, right? Also, I can't draw people. And that's the real reason. Also, I don't know if any of you watched the old cartoon back in the day. Doesn't look a thing like Bill Murray. Peter Venkman does not look like Bill Murray at all in that cartoon. Almost got the hair. Oh, Ollie, did you say... Oh, was it for legal reasons that they didn't do it? By the way, I'm not dissing the cartoon. I'm not... See... Oh, God, I don't want anyone to get upset with me. I don't really care about Ghostbusters. I respect it as a franchise, and they had some wicked toys back in the day, but I'm not too bothered about the films. I don't have that much nostalgia for them. I did really enjoy the cartoon when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed, and I don't know how people feel about this, I really enjoyed Extreme Ghostbusters. Did anyone watch that? That the 90s cartoon. Ollie on Twitter just put dead to me. I'm sorry, Ollie. We can still be friends, right? Like I said, I have respect for it. I pretty much like every other franchise that people seem to love. Ghostbusters just yeah. I used to play a bit with the toys when I was a kid because I got them car boots, but it never resonated with me the same way other sort of franchises from back in the day did. Oh, hey, is it Ball Python? Ball Python love. Thank you, man. If you think that looks great, wait till I've actually drawn features on it. It's supposed to be Bill Murray from Ghostbusters. It's not. Well, sorry, Peter Venkman, not Bill Murray. We're not trying to draw Bill Murray. I've already established that. So, yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'll get back to drawing this. I've just upset everybody because I said I'm not a huge fan of Ghostbusters. Well, when I say everybody, I mean just Ollie. Yeah, and I think that's the other thing as well, Ollie, actually. You saying, like, the first time is a charm. And that's it. I agree. I tried watching the other stuff afterwards, and I just didn't get into it. I didn't like Ghostbusters 2. I tried the all-female cast one, and I really wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, because everyone just obviously immediately jumped on it, because it was just like, oh yeah, all-woman cast, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we'll get over it, let's just see it. But it wasn't good, which is a real shame. That wasn't good. And I've had no interest in seeing the others, because it just feels like they've just gone, yeah, that one didn't work. We maybe tried something different, inverted commas. And now we're just going to go for nostalgia baiting. And it just doesn't seem that interesting. I think if you were going to do a third film, I think that the time has long passed, basically, is how I see. That's what I think anyway. Amanda on Twitch just said, as a woman, I can say it was not great. I presume you mean the all-female cast one. It wasn't good. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, but it was no, it wasn't good. That was such a weird decision. I don't know why they did that. Also, not to connect it to anything, just to go, yeah, it's Ghostbusters. It never happened before, and it's just these women that decided to do it. And you're like, well, it's already been done. How are we supposed to live in? How are you supposed to be in this world where you think? I don't know. Very odd. Like, you can't expect us to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into it. And yeah, Amanda. Obviously, yes, you're right. Money would be the main factor, I get that, but I thought they'd play it safer and by just not casting women. If I'm honest, I thought if it was just purely about money, very odd. Very odd. Oh, he's got a bit of a... Sorry, guys. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, everybody. Right. Thank you, Ball Python love. I appreciate it. Such a confidence boost coming on stream when people say stuff like that. Thank you. Because I see a bit like more imperfections and stuff like that. Like, I think it looks like him. You get it. You know it's him. I think. Ollie, what do you think? I know you don't like me anymore, but do you think I'm doing okay? Ollie, I love you. I'm sorry. Oh, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. What's a controversial? Okay, I'm curious. While we're here, let's all do this. Come on, it's a Monday night. It's a Monday night. It's the final drawing of the night. What is your controversial film hates or dislikes? Because obviously I've gone first. I've said Ghostbusters, but I can also say I'm not a huge fan of the Goonies either. Don't like that. Don't think that's a good movie. Everyone likes it. If you've watched Monster Squad, that is a much better Goonies film. That's me. Babylon, Ball Python. Can I just call you Ball Python? What can I call you? Just because Ball Python Love is quite a lot. But yeah, Ball Python Love. Of course, honestly, when I draw, I erase my facial features like a ridiculous amount of times. I'm so impressed right now. +1 subscriber. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I really like it. Also, if you can, to anybody watching on YouTube, give the video a like. I really appreciate it. It just, it's really handy. I really appreciate it. God, it's getting really dark. Right, guys, I'm sorry about this. I'm going to have to turn on the lamp, and it might make things a bit yellow for now. But we are going to... I'm so sorry. Honestly, one day I'll have better lighting equipment and I'll have better stuff. I know it's a bit yellow. Well, it's not too bad now. Actually, it's working out all right. Looks okay. But yeah, yes. Sorry. What were you saying? Erase my facial. I do it all the time, man. I do it all the time. I've. This one's come out okay. This isn't too bad. I haven't had to do much, but yeah. Normally, I've done it on the stream. I think people who watch the stream can, can totally tell you that. But I've had several occasions where I've had to redraw things. That eye is not very good. This is what I mean. That eye's terrible. I've screwed up the eye. I'll sort it out later. But yeah. Oh, Ollie's coming in red hot. I thought Black Panther was crap, is what he said. Now, Black Panther is a weird one, right? Because Black Panther is obviously a huge deal to a certain demographic, and I completely understand why. And it has some cool things about it because, of course, it's cool, futuristic, Jack Kirby, Wakandan-like stuff. And I personally really liked it. I thought it was a brilliant movie. I really enjoyed it. However, some of the stuff had been done. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's probably that's how I feel about it. I feel like it was just doing things that had already been done, but because it had this sort of a gloss of paint over it, it kind of, it was kind of like not been done before kind of thing. But also for certain, I mean, I'm speaking as a white guy, and obviously for a certain demographic, it was just incredible to see these characters and stuff, and seeing themselves in that. So that's why it was so huge. But yeah, I mean, people went mental for it, didn't they? But I really like Black Panther. Yeah, Amanda just said as well. I think that was basically a very good movie, but we all had the superhero fatigue. I would agree with that. I think I think, yeah, that was when it sort of started, wasn't it? I feel like it was sort of like at the cusp of, not the cusp. What do you call it? Lost my words. The start of it. It felt like it was the start of that superhero fatigue. I think what's difficult for me is I also really like Black Panther as a character anyway. I like the comics. I think he's great. So T'Challa was one of my faves. So I was already on board anyway. I think you could, you'd have to do something really bad to make it bad, basically. So I'm just having a look. I agree with you. This is Ollie. I agree with you, but I just think the movie could have been better. Yes, I think it could have been better. Like it was shot on a green screen in Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah. But what you're saying, Ollie, is kind of what you could say about a lot of the MCU films now, right? It's just why not film it in front of real things or something like that? It's so weird. I was watching a YouTube video about the MCU and the usual just like, oh, the MCU sucks kind of thing now, and I'm inclined to agree somewhat. I've not been blown away by anything that's been coming out recently, what was I saying? I've completely forgotten what I was saying. This is the thing. I'm going to stop talking soon. Well, not stop talking, but I'm going to stop my train of thought so I can crack on with this and get this done. But yeah, what was I saying? There was something I was going to say before I carry on with this. Oh my god, I actually can't remember what I was talking about. What is wrong with me? I've gone. I've totally forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I saw some YouTube videos about stuff, and they were showing clips from Iron Man and Captain America, First Avenger, and all this other stuff, and it's just so weird seeing the making of when they show the background stuff, and a lot of it was real. Especially with Iron Man, because you're just so used to CGI Iron Man, but like, no, a lot of the costumes were built, at least partially were built, and like explosions happened in real locations and stuff like that. And they don't look like that anymore. It's really weird. It's very weird. It sort of just happened, right? It just sort of, well, not just happened, it happened gradually, and now when you look at a Marvel film from today, and a Marvel film from the start, like back in the first wave, you're looking at it or phase, sorry, you're just like, wow, actually, yes, it's all CGI now, all of it. It's very weird. Ball Python love, kind of off topic, but a huge thing in movies for me is if there's effects and they're not done properly, kind of makes it look silly for me. Absolutely. No, absolutely. Doctor Strange 2 was it for me. It kind of put me off. I was sort of done with the MCU stuff because that was just so much of it was just not real and also really dull. Especially when you had that film and then in the same month or something there was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was another multiversal film, but it did so much cool imaginative things with like a fraction of the budget probably. Just yeah. And it was called Multiverse of Madness. More like Multiverse of Meh. It was really dull. I was really quite sad because also Sam Raimi was involved, and I thought, oh, you know what, that's cool. And there's bits that you can see bits of Sam Raimi in it, but just not enough. Yeah, that felt like it was very much a film by a committee as opposed to an artist. That was, I mean, a lot of them feel like that, but like that one especially, I felt like this had so much potential. Oh yeah, Ollie just said that. Yeah, so much potential. I totally agree. That could have been brilliant. Because I'm not a huge fan of Doctor Strange, but I understand Doctor Strange. It's Master of Mystic, is all that stuff, right? It's bonkers stuff. You could have done so much more. So much more. But it's a shame. But there you go. Anyway, I can ramble on. I need to do this. I mean, I'll still ramble, but I just gotta get back to this. Get back to the Peter Venkman. But yeah, Ollie jumped in. Does anyone else have a not a guilty pleasure? No, that's the wrong one. Well, the opposite of a guilty pleasure, I guess. A film they don't like, even though popular opinion says otherwise. That you should like it. Anyone got any of those? In the more Ball Python Love. In the more older movies, it can be kind of charming when the editing and effects are a bit off. By the style of effects, you can tell it was made a bit ago. It's charming and funny. Well, I think also, if you look at films like, for example... So one of my favourite movies of all time is the original Planet of the Apes film from 1969. Yeah, 1969, I think. And the effects in that... Obviously, if you look at the effects from nowadays, you're like, well, it looks a bit silly, right? Even though in 1969 that was incredible. Like, he's got proper like prosthetic face and stuff like that. It's insane. But I think there's a level of sincerity, and I think that's what it is as well. I feel with the Marvel films, because it is truly about money now. It has become that. No matter how you sugarcoat it, it has become about money, and it's a real shame because it felt like it started off less about. I mean, it's always about money, but you know what I mean. Like less about that. Like Jon Favreau didn't do Iron Man because he just wanted a paycheck. He did Iron Man because he thought he could do a good movie, and he did. And I think that's kind of what it is. But because it's been bought by Disney, and it's now it's a thing that has to keep. It's a self-sustaining cash machine. It has to keep going. It feels. Yeah, not sincere at all. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the when you see older films with those effects, it's like they were the effects of the time. They were the effects of the time, and there's a level of sincerity to it because they just wanted to create a story. And I'm not saying all old films are like that, but like especially with films like Planet of the Apes, that if you watch that nowadays and what they were doing, it's like it's not a dumb B movie. You know, it's a film about, you know, equality and stuff. It's such a the original Planet of the Apes film was great, and that's not me knocking the new ones because the trilogy that came out was fantastic as well. They were brilliant. It's just that the first original film from 1969 is one of my absolute favourite movies. It's a fantastic film, such a good movie. Patrick, for me personally, practical effects can look cheaper but will always age better. Look at Raiders of the Lost Ark, but yeah. Look, Lord of the Rings is a good example as well. Lord of the Rings has CGI sparingly, or Jurassic Park. They've got CGI at certain points, but they use prosthetics as much as possible, and it really it hasn't aged. In fact, the thing that ages most, I'm going to say it, I think it still looks great, but the thing that's aged most about Lord of the Rings is Gollum. And it's not like... And that's not bad. I think Gollum still looks good, but I'm like, you can start telling like he's kind of a bit floaty on the ground and stuff like that. Because CGI will age. It just shows its age. Okay. Ball Python Love. So when you say you're not a fan of Star Wars, do you mean just in general or just the new stuff? Because if you just mean the new stuff, I mean, I'm kind of with you on that. But like, if you're just, but if you're like not a fan of Star Wars, I mean, I get that. That's not a popular opinion, is it? To not like Star Wars. But I can see why. Like, for me, it kind of, I've spoken to some people, and the new stuff has put them off Star Wars full stop, which is a real shame. Because I still love the old films, but I can see why it would put you off if you just got Star Wars fatigue now. And Patrick's just put on the outrage for me it's that practical effects will cost less than the digital effects that already looked aged. Yeah, I think it's hard because I think it is a case now where some of the visual effects is costing so much money to produce that you're like, why don't you just blow up that building or something? Empire. But that's what I mean, Ollie. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Empire Strikes Back is a great movie. That's a good film. But again, I understand why if people have been put off by it because of all the Star Wars nonsense. There's just so much of it now. Ball Python, I'm with you though on the new stuff. I think I've got a feeling that most of us here on the stream probably feel the same. To be honest, like, and weirdly enough, even more so than the Marvel stuff, I want to like it. I really want to like it because I loved Star Wars. I just don't care about Star Wars. That's probably the best way to describe it. Love Star Wars, don't care about it. I don't care about what's going on in Star Wars right now. I couldn't care less. And that's fine. You've still got those movies, right? So, you know, but I just like, I don't care about. I never thought I'd be like this, where, because I'm like, yeah, more Star Wars, fantastic, love Star Wars, and now I'm just like, no, you know what? I want more original things. And I'm not just saying that. I'm kind of like got to the point where I'm a bit fed up, to be honest. Rise of Skywalker was abysmal. That was. So I was one of the people that really didn't like Last Jedi. I did not like it. I understood why people did like it, but I thought I did not like it. Did not like it at all. I didn't like, and the points that people made, I thought, like, I think you can counter them with this, that, yada yada yada. And then I watched The Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, this is worse. I couldn't, but yeah. I really like The Green Knight as well, Ollie. I just saw you saying that. Loved it. I thought that was a great movie. I didn't know what I was watching almost, but I enjoyed the ride. Felt very much like it reminded me a bit of Hellboy or something. Ah, the Toy Scavenger is on YouTube. Hello. Hey, Paul. How you doing, man? You alright? And thank you. You know who it is, right? This is. No one say who it is. No one say who it is in the chat. I only ask because I'm not sure if it works or not. And yeah. Oh well, hello, Paul. Thank you for joining, even if it's only for a brief moment. Really appreciate it. Sorry, what do you? I'm just looking at the chat. Ollie. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I was saying about Rise of Skywalker, mate. I was saying like, Last Jedi. I did not like it. But you know, comparing it to what came after, you're like, oh my god, really? That was atrocious. And yeah, you're right. At least it was something. It said something, right? Even if it was a controversial thing for a Star Wars film, it said something, right? It did it. It did a thing. What the hell was Rise of Skywalker? And I'm a big. It's Rian Johnson, isn't it? That's the guy who directed Last Jedi. I'm a big fan of him. Like, I love Brick. I really liked Looper, and I really loved Knives Out. So it's not like I didn't like the director. I love the director. In fact, I think he might be one of my favourites. It's just that I just did not like Last Jedi. I also didn't like Rise of Skywalker. Anyway, sorry guys, I didn't mean for this to be a whole chat about how much I hate certain movies, because I don't want it to be about that. I want it to be a bit more positive. So, apologies. I just wanted to know what your guilty dislike of a movie was, and now you got me talking about all my dislikes of certain movies. What about anyone from Twitch? Come on. Give me one. Give me a film that you don't like, but is unanimously loved. Ball Python Love. A pet peeve for me is when the storyline is really interesting, but the visuals and actors don't pull it off. I can't think of anything right now, but I do get what you're saying. I can't think of anything where that's happened, where I've watched a movie and that's been a case. Tell you what, I've been really wanting to see, even though I know it's awful and people have said it's unanimously bad. I really wanted to. I was gonna watch something about a certain film, and I actually decided not to watch it in the end because I thought, no, I might watch it. I kind of want to watch Madam Web. I don't want to watch it because I think it's going to be good. I'm so curious now about it, you know? And I watched Morbius quite recently. I suppose it's not that recent now, but I watched that and oh my goodness. That was awful. That was so bad. And I'm just curious. Like, can it be worse? Oh, you don't. Ball Python Love says that I don't like the Barbie movie. I haven't seen it, so I can't say. I am gonna watch it. So for those of you who don't know, I do a podcast called Talk Toy to Me, where we do we talk about toys, and obviously Barbie is the queen of toys. So we were kind of gonna watch that movie together at some point, my co-host and I, just to check it out. And I still will, because I've heard good things. Plus, you know, again, we're a toy podcast. It makes sense. She's the biggest name in toys, probably, or one of the biggest name in toys. We probably should watch her first ever Hollywood film, you know. But you didn't like it? Okay. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for saying that here on the stream. I really appreciate that. That couldn't have been easy. Ball Python is interesting, the Barbie stuff. I think Did you ever watch the Toys That Made Us documentary about Barbie? Very interesting. But yeah, a plug. If you do like toys, I do a podcast every fortnight called Talk Toy to Me. And yeah, go give it a listen. I would really appreciate it. We've done... There are currently... I think there are currently... How many episodes are there? Currently 46 episodes of the podcast that I've done. We're coming up to 50. That's a stream I'd like to do at some point. I think one of the topics might be... the theme might be toys. I want to draw some more toyetic characters. And kaiju. I want to draw more big monsters, guys. Give me some more big monsters to draw. Sorry, I know I'm so demanding. I just really want to draw some monsters. Sorry, Ball Python. Do I often draw in colour? No. I do digitally. So I do a lot of stuff digitally. The streams and when I'm at conventions is usually when I'm drawing a lot in traditional pen and ink. But a lot of my work is digital. That's what's been so good about doing these streams is it's encouraged me a lot to do some more more traditional stuff. But I don't tend to colour, no, because I can't. I maybe one day, maybe I'll do get the watercolors out or something like that. But I'm a bit I'm a bit anxious if I'm honest, to use traditional colour. I also really like the look of just black and white ink, if I'm honest. So well not to get black ink on me, but I just did. Damn it. Right. Oh, that's kind of wet, so better be careful. But Ollie, there is your Peter Venkman. Hope that's okay. Might half-tone that layer. I quite like that. I was quite happy how that came out. Cool. Well, that's all 3 of these done. So let's have a look and see what we got, shall we? Right, let's do a little roundup. So I started off with Spider-Gwen. Specifically from Into the Spider-Verse. So I'll just sign that. There we go, that one's signed. Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim. And finally, Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. And I've got to be really careful because it is very damp. The ink is quite damp on the black for some reason. I didn't realise it was going to be that bad. I'm going to just pop a signature here. There we go. So thank you all for joining me. That turned out, even though it was a complete disaster from like tech stuff, that actually worked out all right. Ball Python Love, have you ever done the person who played Indiana Jones? His name slipped my mind. Yeah, Harrison Ford. I don't know. I might have done. I don't think I've ever drawn Indiana Jones. I'm sure I've drawn Han Solo before, or Han Solo. Han Solo. Sorry. But yeah. So, I've just seen what people have said on the Twitch chat. Sorry, I've been looking at the YouTube. Sorry, I've been neglecting you guys a little bit. Awesome work, Ben. Well done. Thank you, Amanda. Another fantastic stream and excellent drawing. Patrick, thank you so much. No, actually, Ro, I think you're right. It wasn't as bad as last week. But, I mean, my God, I need to get a new machine. This is honestly been every single stream I've had technical issues, and this thing feels like it's over. But I am looking into getting a PC because it's just it's also not just for the streams. It's also struggling to do my day job stuff. Can't be having that. So I need to just admit it and buy a new machine. You know. So I think that's going to happen at some point. So. Maybe, you know, who knows. So for the streams, I will, while you're here, I'll mention some stuff about the streams. So I'm going to try and do a stream next week. However, the stream might not be this stuff. It might be me working on, I did say earlier, but just in case you didn't catch it, I am drawing a comic for a friend's wedding. They're having these little comics at their wedding, and I am doing that, but I don't have a lot of time to do it, so I will probably be having to use it Monday evening. I'm probably going to have to use Monday evening to work on it. However, I thought, you know what? If you guys want to pop on to the stream, I will stream it. I'll stream myself working on the comic strip, but I have to get on with it, so I'm probably not going to be able to do this kind of thing, or I might not do the stream at all because something really nice is happening on Monday. But it might affect something very nice, but it might affect not being able to do it that evening. So who knows? But you'll know. I'll keep you updated. But if there is going to be a stream, I think it's very likely it's going to be the comic strip. If it is going to be stuff like this, it's probably because I've been able to work on it during the day and stuff. But I mean, it's so bad, such bad timing at the moment. I'm also working on another project during the week next week, so it's very unlikely I'm going to find time to do the comics. So I need to use the evenings. So that's when I'm going to probably be doing the stream. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get going, guys, but I'm just seeing if there's any more comments I need to answer. Ball Python Love, that's so cool. I'm also illustrating a book for. Oh, you're building a book. You're illustrating a book. Cool, nice one, nice, good. Yeah, draw. I tell you what, if you're ever working, come join. Put me on in the stream. I love it because I've heard some people say they're drawing and working while they're watching my stream, and I really love that because that's kind of what I wanted from this, for it to be a relaxed stream where you've just got me on in the background, whether you're studying or working or whatever, and I just really like that. So yeah, next time you're illustrating your book, put me on. Yeah, and maybe put a link up or your work or something like that. Put it in the chat. I don't mind. I want to see it. Share your work. That's all I say to everybody. Anybody who's being creative and while doing this, please share me your work. I'd love that. Right, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go. I'm very tired. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, I've had quite a few streams where my machine has really, quite frankly, cheesed me off. It's been really quite annoying. And then I see all you guys coming up and you're all like, oh yeah, cool. Draw this, and I really appreciate it, honestly, because it just makes me feel like, oh good, I'm not wasting my time doing this. Because it's nice that I'm on a Monday evening. I've got something I do on Monday evenings, and people join me on it, and it's really cool. And even these disasters of like malfunctions on my machine aren't putting me and other people off, so I appreciate that. But yeah, one day I'll get a better machine. So yeah, I just want to say thanks, and thanks for joining me tonight, and I will hopefully see you next week. I'll update you guys. If not, if you're following me on Instagram, you can follow. If you're not, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Threads, YouTube, obviously, Twitch, obviously, and I'm now on TikTok as well, which is Ben Allen Inks. That's on everything, Ben Allen Inks. So just find me on those, and I'll usually put up a story or whatever if I'm on a reel or something, or a TikTok video, just to say that I'm doing the stream and whatever. So yeah, keep up to date on my socials. I'm going now. See you all later.